So when you're ready, just standing, maybe feet about hip distance apart. So again, we'll just do a little posture check and then we'll move into it. So feet hip distance, spread your toes, make sure your toes are facing forwards, and then just start to lengthen through your legs a little bit, and then lift the shoulders and relax them down your spine. So just getting that sense of stacking shoulders over hips, hips over knees, and knees over ankles. And then from there, we'll just take our hands just slightly to the sides of your body again. We'll just do a little bit of breathing. Again, if you don't feel you need this, then you don't have to. But we'll relax the shoulders, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. And just getting into kind of an even rhythm with your breath. Maybe start to deepen it a little bit so your fingers feel the pressure of your ribs a little. And then we'll release the arms down by your sides. We'll keep that breath going. So again, inhale. On the exhale, just slowly lower your chin towards your chest. And then as you exhale, just lift back up again. So we'll do that again. So lowering down, stretching through this back of your neck. We'll just do that one more time. And then slowly bring it back up. This time we're going to reach the arms up. So we're going to kind of take a kind of a V shape with the arms. And then you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, draw the elbows towards the sides. So on an inhale, reach up. And then as you exhale, just draw the shoulders down and in. So do that again, just a couple of times. So stretching all the way up. So get a stretch through the side and back of your shoulders. And do that one more time. So big reach up. And then pulling the arms down and in. And this time we'll stretch the arms out to the side. So we're going to drop the chin. We're going to round through your shoulders. And then as you inhale, we're going to lift up and maybe look up a little bit. So again, rotate the shoulders round and then take them back and maybe look up if it feels okay. And we'll do that a couple more times. So just dropping the chin, taking it down, and then opening back up. And do that one more time. So just take it down and round and then open back up. Now this time we're going to bend the knees as we take the arms under, and then we're going to lift the arms all the way back up again. So we'll do that again so the arms go down. You kind of turn your hands if you want to, you don't have to, it's not that specific. But bend your knees as you go down in that squat and then lift and open. So bend the knees, keep the chest lifted as you do it. So try not to drop the chest down, but keep the chest lifted and forwards. Weight back in your heels. We'll do this twice more. And one more time. Good. Okay, release the hands down by your side. So you're going to step out to the side. As you do that, you're going to bend it to the side and you're just going to reach over. Now move back to the centre. We'll do that the other side. So you don't have to go that far, but bend into your left leg, reach over. And we'll do that again. So step out to the right, bend into the right leg, reach up and over. And then we'll go the other way. So over to the left, bend and reach up and over. Okay, we'll do that a couple more times. So bend and reach. And one more time. So we're going to come back to the centre. We're going to do that squat and bring the arms down and under. Okay, we'll do one more of these. And then we'll step out to the right. So step to the right, big stretch up and over. And then over towards the left, that big stretch up and over. Okay, back to the centre. So we'll do that squat again. So squat down and round. And one more time. And then over to the right, so bend into it, reach up and over, and then over towards the left. Excellent. Okay, we'll do that again. So that squat, so bend and reach. Good, and one more time. And then over towards the right, and reach, and over towards the left. So we're going to cut this in half again. So when you come in, we'll just do one of these squats. So take it down. And then step over towards the right. Now come back into the centre and we'll take the squat again. And then we're going to go over to the left. Good. So we'll do that again. So into the centre, take it down and up. And over towards the right. Good. Back into the centre on the squat. And then over towards the left. Excellent. We'll do that a couple more times. So take it down. And over to the right. Good. And the squat. And then over to the left. Excellent. Okay, this time we're going to go to the right and stay. So just take it over to the right. We're going to sink into it and move away. So we'll do that again. And then we're going to reach over with your right arm and you're going to pull it back. and do one more. Okay, we'll do that again. So sink into that right leg and pull away. Do that once more. And then reach over with your left arm. Pull it back. And one more time. So we'll do that over towards the left side, same thing. So step into it, so sink into it, so push into it and away. Do that again. And then reach over with your right arm and pull it back. And do one more. Good, so we'll do that again. So sink into it, press it away. Do one more. And then reach over and pull it back. And do one more. Okay, we'll go over towards the right again. So just one of each of them. So push into it. Do one more. And then reach over and back. And one more. So we'll take it over to the other side. So over towards the left, sink into it and away. Good, and then reach over and back. Excellent. So we'll do that again. So step over, push into it. Good, and then the reach. And one more. Well done. And last time, so sinking into it and away. And the reach. Well done. One more. Excellent. Okay, move into the center. Give your legs a little shake. We'll take your feet wide now. Turn the toes out. So try and get your shoulders over your hips. Bend the knees a little bit. Bring your hands to the center. Just slightly clasp them. So we're going to move side to side, but try and keep your hips as still as you can. Draw your belly in. So move over to the right and center and left and center. So it's just side to side, but again, we're trying to keep the hips still. We're trying to move through the side of your waist. Good, a couple more. And last one. Now this time we're going to do a little figure of 8. So we're going to move the legs down and up as we kind of draw this kind of sideways figure of 8 with your arms. So you can straighten and bend the legs if you want to. You do not have to. Okay, like that. We'll do that 4 more times. Excellent. And then hold here and we'll go back over to the side again. So it's side, center. So the legs are still, but they're bent. 2 more. Good. And then that figure of 8 when you're ready. So just go down and up. Excellent. And 4 more. Well done. Now back into the center. So slow it down. Maybe go to the left first. Good. Excellent. And 2 more. Well done. And then that figure of 8 again. So down and up. Excellent. And 4 more. So we'll do this 1 more time. So come back into the center. So when you're ready, over to the side and center. It doesn't matter which way first. 2 more. Good. And then that little figure of 8. So down and up through the legs. Excellent. And 4 more. And well done. Okay, so come back up. Maybe give your legs a little shake first before we do the next bit. So we're going to have the feet turned out still. Again, a little squat, but we're going to go down and then you're just going to lift up through your right leg. So we're going to down. That's your left leg, right? So down and lift the left leg. Excellent. And a couple more. Now this time we're going to lift the left heel. So you're going to bring it behind you. So it's down and lift. Good. 2 more. Excellent. Now this time lift the left leg up. Hold it if you can. Flex your foot a little bit. So stay there. And you're going to do a little press. So you're just pushing behind you. Flex your foot as if you're kind of pushing something behind you. Good. Squeeze. Excellent. And last 8. And last 4. And well done. Okay, release that. Give your legs a little shake. So change sides, same thing. So legs wide, toes turned out. Squat first. Lift your right leg up. So that's straight leg first. So down, squeeze. Good. 1 more. And the next time we'll lift the heel. So the heel goes behind. Flex your foot. So down and behind. Good. 2 more. And last one. So we're going to hold it behind this time. So again, flex your foot a little bit, squeeze, and then these little presses. So as if you're trying to push it away, but it's heavy. Good, pull your belly in. Excellent. And last 8. And 4 more. And well done. Okay, come down, give your legs a little shake. So last little bit, we're going to do a little bit of balance. So we'll stand on your right leg, belly pulled in. We're just going to take your foot to the front. So you kind of got your foot pointed. So we'll take it to the front, and then we'll go to the side, and then we'll go to the back, and then we'll just bring the leg in. So it goes front, you can have it a little bit off the ground, side, back, and then in. Do that again. So front, so you can lift it a bit higher if you want now, but take it to where you can, and in. You can always touch it down wherever you want to. And if you feel it helps you could stretch your arms out, but just work where you can. Tap it down whenever you need to. Good, and a couple more. And last one. And well done. Okay, release that. So we'll change sides. Again, just work with where you are. Spread your toes, pull your belly in. Bring your foot out to the front first. Take it to the side. Move it to the back. And then bring it in. So do that again, so maybe a little bit lifted. You can always lift it higher if you feel you want to. Okay, maybe a little bit more, but just take it to where you can. Excellent, and maybe stretch the arms out if you feel that helps. It might not, you can always take your hands back to your hips if you feel that's better. Okay, doing really well. You can always use a wall. And just 2 more. And last one. Excellent. Okay, you can give your legs a little shake off. So we'll come and have a seat now. So just when you're ready, take yourself down. Again, adjust your device if you need to, or move it if it feels better. We're going to do a little bit through roll backs first of all, so you can just take your time to come into sitting position. So feet out in front, you start with them maybe about hip distance apart. Feet flat on the floor. Sit up onto your sit bones so you feel that you're aligning your shoulders over your hips to start with. So try and engage a little bit through the inner thighs so the legs are not dropping out. Lift through your chest. Hands towards the back of your thighs to start if you want. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just pull the belly in and roll back. Breathing in, move back up again. So do that again, so breathing out. And breathing in. If you want to, you can release your hands, just do the same thing. Again, just take it to where you feel that you can. And we're going to add on a little bit to this, so you can stay with this. If you want to, you're going to take your hands just behind the back of your head, so just rolling back and up. If you want to, again, you could roll back, reach the hands out to the sides, bring them back in, and then move back up. And again, you can do it here. You can maybe just do one arm. Just work where it feels right to you. You could do both arms and just reach them out to the side here. It's a little bit harder with the hands behind the head because the weight is then moved up your body a little bit. So, just work where it feels right to you. And if you can't go as far back with the hands either behind the back of the head, then maybe take them behind the back of your thighs and work with them there. But just work where it feels best to you. Good, we'll just do a couple more. Last one. Well done. Okay, come back up. You can release that. Now from there, we're going to move back a little bit. So you're not really upright position, but maybe just a little bit further back, not too far. And we're going to do that side to side movement at the back here. So we want to try and move so that you're moving your rib cage a little bit closer towards your hip bone and center. So it goes side, center. Again, engage through the inner thighs a lot here. So we're not letting it relax too much. Excellent. Excellent. And we'll just do a couple more of these. Well done. Okay, when you're ready, move yourself back up. Now we're going to move or combine the two of these. So we're going to do the roll back, but we're going to do the side to side. So we'll take a deep breath in at the top. As you breathe out, we're going to go side, 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 and then lift back up. So it's 3 counts. So deep breath in. As you breathe out, 1, 2, 3, and lift. So breathing out, 1, 2, 3. Breathing in as you come up. Again, you don't have to go far. You could actually stay still and just do the side to side if that felt better. But just work where you can. Excellent. Well done. And just 2 more. Last one. Well done. Okay, a little rest there. The next one we're going to do, we're going to reach the hands forward. Again, you can do this just by taking the hands here and reach one arm forward, side even. But you're going to reach the hands forward if you can. Deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, we're going to go back. We're going to move the hands just round to the side, bring them into the centre, and then move back up again. So breathing out, we'll go back. Breathing in, just rotate round. Breathing out to the centre, and then lift back up again. So breathing out to the side, centre, and lift back up. Good, well done. If you want to, you can add on a little bit. So you're going to breathe out, you're going to go back. You're going to move it to the side, and we're going to do 3 little pulses. So we're just moving the arms up and down. Back into the centre, and back up. So breathing out to go back. Rotate the arms into the centre, and back up. So take it back and back up. Again, just work where you can. If it feels too much, always have the hands here and do it there. Good. Okay, we'll finish that one off. So just make sure you do both sides on everything that we do. And move yourself back up. So we're just going to roll ourselves back down. So you can use your hands here. You could pull your belly in, reach your hands forwards and roll back if you'd like. But just take yourself all the way back down onto your mat. When you get there, walk your feet in. So you've got your feet hip distance apart. Take a moment just to lengthen your spine. Make sure you feel pretty balanced here. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, we'll just tilt the pelvis forward and up. Breathing in, arch your back, so move the hips back. So just moving through that rocky motion forwards and back. Start to smooth it out a little bit, so make it a little bit smaller, a little bit slower, and settle yourself in the centre. So lifting the pelvic floor, drawing the belly in and pulling in. We're going to reach the arms up today to start. We're just going to do some kind of shoulder shrugs. So taking a deep breath in, as you breathe out, lift your shoulders up off the ground, so just squeeze them up. So we're not lifting the head here, breathing in lower and breathing out, just lifting up. So trying just to isolate that shoulder movement. Good, so lift up and lower back down. Try and still get a sense of keeping the low back on the ground, so in that neutral position with the belly pulled in and with the pelvic floor lifted. Okay, do a couple more of these. And last one. Well done. Okay, from there, just release the hands down by your sides. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, this time stretch your fingertips away along the ground. As you breathe out, just lift the upper body up off the ground. Breathing in, lower yourself back down. So do that again. So breathing out, lift up, and breathing in, lower back down. So think about the breath, think about keeping your low back on the ground, and just feel for any strain that you feel in the head and neck, and you can always release that and not bother with it. Okay, do one more of these. And then when you're ready, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to take the hands behind the back of your head. So the hands go behind the back of the head just slightly, and we shouldn't feel any difference in the back of the head when we do this. So deep breath in, as you breathe out, just lift up. So it's very light. The head doesn't kind of land onto the hands, but it's just gently supported with the hands. Now, if you feel this is okay, we're going to add on a little bit. So you're going to breathe out to lift. As you breathe in, you're going to stretch both arms out to the sides. Breathing in, bring them back in, and lower yourself back out. So breathing in, as you breathe out, lift, extend the arms out. Breathing in, bring them back in, and lower back down. Again, if it's too much, then keep the hands behind the back of the head and just do the lift and lower. If that is too much, then have a little rest. But just nice and easy. Well done, and just two more. And last one. Okay, you can have a little rest there with the upper body, so relax your arms down. We're just going to move the legs now. So again, make sure your back is in neutral, your belly's pulled in. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're just going to lift both legs up. And as you breathe in, we're going to lower them back down. Just maybe the toes touching here. Very lightly touching the toes down. If you feel it's too much, you can always just do one leg and then do the other one. Otherwise, both legs are lifting here and both legs are lowering back down. So breathing out to lift up, breathing in to lower back down. Okay, so just nice and gently, nice and easily. Okay, now stay with that. If you want to, you could stretch your arms by your sides, lift your upper body and keep that move going. If you feel that that is not good for your neck, then maybe take your hands behind the head and just keep the head resting in your hands as you lift and lower the legs. And if that's not right, then lower the upper body down, but just work where you can, where it feels best to you. So either arm stretching, upper body lifted, hands behind the back of the head, or upper body on the ground. Okay, we'll just do a couple more, not too many. And last one. Well done. Okay, you can lift your legs back up just to this tabletop position once more. And then from here, we're going to stretch the arms up as well. So the hands face towards one another, the fingers are spread. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, we're going to extend through the left leg and the right arm moves back. Breathing in, bring them both back into the center. And as you breathe out, just change legs. Now keep going on that. If you want it a little bit less, you could leave the arms out, or you could just bend the leg rather than stretching it out. Just work where you can. Good, but try to get a sense of lengthening and stretching. So from your fingers all the way down to the toes. So you're breathing out to extend, breathing in to bring it back in. And keep the lower back down. And keep a sense of just moving the arm and the leg that you're meant to with the other arm and leg completely still. Good. Well done, very nice. Just work where you can. And then if you want to, for the last few, you can maybe try doing both legs and both arms. But again, if it doesn't feel right, then you wouldn't really bother. So keeping going either with that opposite arm to leg or both arms and legs. We'll just do two more. Well done. Okay, from there, you can release the knees just in towards your chest, just for a moment. Maybe take a little roll there. And then we're going to lift the legs back up to this tabletop position. So knees directly over your hips and then the feet out. We're going to do some alternating toe taps here. So upper body can stay on the ground, or stretch your arms by your side, lift your upper body up off the ground. So remember with the toe taps, deep breath in. As you breathe out, the toe tap sign, as soon as it lifts, the other one starts to move. So it's quite a quick movement there. If you do want to make it harder, then move your foot out. So it's kind of more the heel that's tapping down, but it's still quite quick and still that kind of alternating movement. Good. Well done. Excellent. So remember, it's a toe tap. If you're quite close, just tap your toes down. If you want to go further, then it becomes the heel. And it still has to be quite quick and still alternating. Excellent. Keep going. Just last set here. Last four. Well done. Okay, slowly release, draw the knees in, maybe take a little roll side to side, whatever feels right. Okay, from there, we're going to bring the legs back up once more. So we're going to start just by extending the legs. So the legs are not going down towards the ground here. We're kind of going close to it, but not touching. So knees over hips, deep breath in, and as you breathe out, we're just going to press the legs away a little bit. Breathing in, bring it back in. So you're kind of in control here. You need to watch where your back is at, and we're just extending the legs away. So breathing out and breathing in. So breathing out and breathing in. If you want a bit more, stretch your arms by your side, lift your upper body off the ground and keep the move going. Again, you could take your hands by the back of the head if that helps to support it a little bit more. But just work where you can with it. And again, maybe start to move the feet down a little bit further if you can. If not, keep them high, but don't try to get them kind of fully on the ground. We're just extending away. We're keeping the lower back down and breathing in. So breathing out and breathing in. Good, well done. And we'll just do two more. And last one. Well done. Slowly release down towards the ground. Just taking a little roll, maybe side to side, forwards and back. Now from here, we're going to bring the legs back out to this tabletop position. We'll keep the upper body down this time. And we're going to be moving the legs to the side. So you kind of extend the legs over to the side and then bring them back in. Okay, so extend the legs to the other side and draw them back in. If you find that too hard, you could take the knees just over to the side and back in. So it's your choice. So you keep the legs bent. So all we're doing is the same side-to-side movement, but we're actually extending the legs. So you're coming a little bit over to the outer hip as you do it. So we're extending the legs and back in. So if you want to get the movement for it, you could do side to side with your knees bent first. And then you'd feel how it's meant to feel. But you're going out and it's a little kind of kick and center and then kick and center. Good, well done. We'll do a couple more. And last one. Now we're going to come back to it because we're going to do another little move here. So we're going to use your hands a little bit here. The hands are on the ground. Now we're going to lift the tailbone up off the ground so your hips lift up. You can do this with your legs bent. So deep breath in and you can use your hands. As you breathe out, we'll lift the hips a little bit. Breathing in, lower back down. So breathing out, lift the hips. Breathing in lower. If you want a little bit more, you could extend your legs up. And then as you breathe out, we'll lift the hips and breathing in lower. But again, work where you can. Knees bent is a little bit easier. Legs straight a little bit harder. And try not to use too much momentum. So you want to be kind of assisting the lift a little bit using the muscles in your tummy and your back. Okay, so we're going to add these two little moves together. So we're going to do that lift and come down. And then we're over to one side to extend the legs. Breathing in, back into the center. We'll go back up again. So lift and lower and then over to the other side. Extend the legs or keep the knees bent. So breathing out and in. Breathing out and in. And again, work where you can. Have a little rest when you need to. Come back in again when you feel it right. And again, keep the knees bent if that feels better to you. Excellent, well done. We'll just do a couple more. Last one. Good. Okay, from there, we'll just draw the knees in towards your chest again. So you can take a little roll once more. So we're going to come back to this tabletop position again. So we're doing quite a lot in this tabletop. Now from here, we're going to just use the legs first of all, and then you can add the upper body if you like. So we're going to do the same thing as we did when we were doing the opposite arm to leg. So you're extending the leg away. So deep breath in, as you breathe out, extend away. Breathing into the center, Breathing out, extend away. Now, if you want to, you can add on a little twist. So the hands go behind the back of the head. The upper body can stay down. So you just rotate over to the bent leg when you straighten the other leg. So you can just do that. So you're breathing out and in. If you want a little bit more, lift your upper body first and then keep the upper body lifted as you take it side to side. So breathing out and in. Good, well done. And again, try and keep yourself as centered as you can on the mat. We're only moving a little bit through the upper body. The rest of it is a front and back movement. So the hips shouldn't really roll at all. So really press down through your hips. Excellent. Just 4 more. 2 to go. And the last one. Well done. Okay, you can relax down, a little rest. Okay, we're just about there. Okay, so just one other movement like this before we move on to our bridge. So we're going to this time take the legs up high. So we're going to extend both legs up. Again, you can bend the legs as much as you want to here. So upper body on the ground, hands just lightly behind the back of one thigh. If you want a bit more, breathe out, lift your upper body, move your hands up towards your calf or your ankle. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, lower the leg. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, change. So you can keep it slow like this, just moving nice and slowly. If you want a bit more, change in your in-breath, change in your out-breath. And if you want a bit more, just that little short puffy breath, and then we begin to kind of tap the back of the leg rather than grabbing hold of it in any way. Okay, keep yourself as still as you can on your mat. Bend your knees a lot if you need to. Take the rest if you need to. Good, and work at the pace that suits you. Excellent. And just last set now. Good, and 4 more. Well done. Okay, you can rest, relax. Draw your knees in. Well done. Okay, so we'll do a little bit through our bridge now. So we're going to start with your feet flat on the ground, feet hip distance apart. And again, if you want to work just through a normal bridge, then do that. You don't have to do any of the variations. So we'll start in this neutral spine position, taking a deep breath in. We'll tilt the pelvis as you breathe out, and then start to lift a little bit. So through each vertebrae of your spine, moving up a little bit at a time. Come up to the position that suits you. Hold it there for the first one. Just make sure you feel balanced through your feet, your hips are nice and level, and your shoulders feel balanced. Take another breath in, and as you breathe out, start to press from the upper part of your back, trying again to come down one vertebrae at a time. So moving back to a neutral position, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, tilt your pelvis and start to peel your back up off the ground. So this time, moving through it, breathing in at the top, breathing out to lower back down. So moving through this just in your own way, trying to encourage the natural curve of your spine. So remember, you're trying to curve or curl up, and then you're trying to curve all the way back down again. So just take your time moving through that. So to challenge that, we often knock ourselves off balance, and that's what we're going to do again today. So when you're ready, on your next one, we'll lift up and hold up. So deep breath in, and as you breathe out, move up. Again, you might just want to keep moving through that. That's up to you. We'll take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift up through your right knee. So you're just going to pull the knee in. And then we're going to extend the leg up towards the ceiling. Then we're going to move the leg down towards the bent leg. So you're breathing in to lower it just to the bent leg, breathing out to lift it back up. So breathing in, breathing out. Okay, just two more. And last one. Well done. And then we'll rebend the leg. And we'll slowly make our way all the way back down. So we'll do that on the other side. So deep breath in. As you breathe out, tilt your pelvis. Start to peel your back up off the ground. Hold up at the top. Breathing in, we're going to bend the leg in. So just bend that knee in. As you breathe out, extend the leg up. As you breathe in, lower it to level with your bent knee and breathing out to lift up. So breathing in and breathing out. Good. And two more. And last one. So again, we bend the leg, place it on the floor, and make your way all the way back down. So we're going to do that one more time on either side. Again, if you just want to do a bridge, that's fine. But breathing out, start to curl all the way back up again. Breathing in, bend your right knee in. Breathing out, extend it up. And then breathing in to lower, breathing out to lift. Okay, well done. Again, just keep it nice and steady and leave it out if it doesn't feel right. Just do two more. Excellent. And then rebending your leg, bring your foot on the floor and lower yourself down. So we'll do that again, just on the other side. Just take your time. Come back up when you're ready. And then inhale, bend the leg. Exhale, extend it. And then inhale to lower and exhale to lift. Again, just take a few. Try and keep the hips as level as you can. Good, very nice. And just do a couple more. So it's just lift and lower, but just to level with that bent knee. Okay, you can lower that down just in your own time. Take your time. And then we'll simply bring the knees together. Have your feet wide here, so feet as wide as your mat. Drop your knees in and just allow the lower back just to stretch out a little bit. And then when you're ready, separate your knees, bring your feet back in and draw your knees to your chest. So again, we'll do a little bit of rolling. If you don't fancy it, and just leave it out. So knees in, hands behind the back of your thighs, front of your shins. As you breathe out, roll back, breathing in, come back up. So just a little bit of rolling. You don't have to do too much. If you've had enough already, you can just come up. Trying to keep your feet off the ground when you come up if you can. Keep that nice tight shape in your roll. Good. And then we'll slowly make our way up. So we're just coming up to sitting. So when you come up, we're going to come into an all fours position. So just make your way around, take your time. Spread your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And just take a moment just to come back into that neutral spine. So as you inhale, we'll drop the belly a little bit. And as you exhale, just rounding your hips in. So just do that a few times, just with the lower back if you can. Make it smaller and smaller, make it slower and slower. And come back into a neutral spine position. So tummy pull down. Deep breath in there, and we're going to extend your right leg behind you. So just extend that right leg away. So it's level with your hip. Try not to drop the head down too much. Now take a deep breath in, and then we're going to pull the knee in towards your chest. So we're rounding through the upper back and the shoulders. And then as you exhale, we'll extend away. So breathing in, pull your knee in round through your back. And on the exhale, extend away. Now you can keep going on that, just that pulling of the knee in, rounding your back. If you want a bit more, if you take your left hand, stretch it away, and then as you pull your knee in, just touch your knee with your left hand, and then extend and lengthen through the arm and leg. So pull the knee in, round in, touch the knee just towards your hand, towards your knee, and then extend it away. So you pull in, round in, extending away. Good, well done. And we'll just do that a couple of more times, just in your own time. Excellent. And last one. Well done. And then from there, if you just hold, so hold that leg back, hand forward, just stretching through it. Now you're going to keep your leg lifted, and you're going to take your hand, your left hand, to your left shoulder. Now from there, we're going to take this elbow down towards the ground and then lift it back up. So exhale, lower down and come back up. You don't have to touch the ground, so if that, you don't have to touch it at all, especially if you're bending your elbow. Maybe keep your elbow straight and just bring it in and back up. You can bend your elbow a little bit, you can have a little softness in it, but just don't try to bend it to get down. Okay, just two more. And last one. Well done. Okay, slowly place both hands down and the knees, and then we'll press back into child's pose. So maybe just take a little bit of a rest here. Okay, come back up. So again, with the hands spread, hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, maybe walk it back a little. We're going to do some push-ups here, and you can always come onto your toes if you'd like to. But the soft part of your elbow faces forward, the bony part back towards your legs. Move your body weight slightly forward, and then as you inhale, just bend your knees a little bit. And not your knees, your elbows even. Exhale, come back up. So bend your elbows and then lift back up. So you're not having to go that far down if you don't want to. Try and keep your belly pulled in. So your back is flat. Good, very nice, well done. Excellent, and just two more, if you can. Spread your fingers, use all of the fingers, and then move back up. And then from there, just press yourself back, just to that child's pose again. So stretch the hands forward, maybe walk the fingertips forwards a little bit so you get that stretch across your back. Well done. When you're ready, slowly come back up again. So come back in to this all fours position. Maybe move a little bit. So through your hips to come back into that neutral spine. Lift the pelvic floor, draw your belly in. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, we'll just extend through the left leg. So just extend it behind you. Okay, when you're ready, on an in-breath, pull your knee in, round through your upper back and shoulders. And then as you exhale, just extend the leg away. So again, you could stay with the leg, just pulling the knee in and extending it away. If you want a bit more, extend through that opposite hand, and as you pull the knee in, just lightly touch the knee with your hand, and then stretch it away again. Good. Try not to arch the back. Keep the back nice and flat, so belly pulled in. Again, you'll have to use the arm if you feel it's too much. Good, so it's hand to knee rather than elbow. Just your hand, just lightly touching that knee as it comes in. Well done. Okay, and then on the last one, which will make this one, we're going to stretch the hand and the leg away. So just lengthening through that back leg, pulling your belly in, pushing up and out of your shoulder. Excellent. And then keep your leg extended and take that right hand to your shoulder. And then when you're ready, just rotate round. So you're just kind of taking the elbow down towards the ground. It's not to touch, but we're just kind of bringing it round and then back up. Keeping that back leg lifted if you can, and try not to force yourself to get the elbow down. Think more about a kind of a rotation rather than trying to get that elbow squished in anywhere. Good, do a couple more. Excellent, so we'll release the hand, release the knee down, press back to child's pose. Okay, this time, as you move forward, we're going to do a push-up, but we're going to do a wider armed push-up, so not a tricep one. So use your mat as a gauge here and take your hands to either side of your mat. Spread your hands. Again, you could start with your knees underneath your hips here. You could move your knees back, or you can come up onto your toes, whatever you feel like. But taking a deep breath in, so draw your belly up and in, and then as you bend the elbows, you kind of make an L, a kind of goalpost shape with your arms. So we bend the arms and then move back up. Good, well done. And again, just work where you can with it. Excellent. So really wide arms to work the shoulders here. Good, very nice. And take your time. And just do a couple more. Last one. Well done. Okay, from there, walk your knees back in and come back into that child's pose. So maybe stretch your arms again out in front of you. Well done. Slowly come back up. Now this time we're going to come onto your elbows. So if you just come down So you're on your forearms at the front of your mat. You can walk your knees back here. So you could have your knees back a little bit. You can have your knees on the ground, or you could tuck your toes and lift your knees up off the ground. So again, it's entirely up to you where you go with this. Now, wherever you are, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, if you've got your knees on the ground, you're just going to stretch so you've got one leg behind you with the knee lifted. And as you breathe in, you lower that back down. As you breathe out, extend through the other leg. And as you breathe in, lower it back down. If you want to, and you've got your both knees lifted, as you breathe out, just lift your leg up and breathe in, lower it down. Breathing out, lift through the other leg and breathing in to lower it. But just work where it feels right to you. Good. Well done. Okay, we'll just do a couple more of these. Excellent. Okay, lower yourself all the way to the ground so you can relax yourself all the way down. Okay, we're going to do one more of these. We just this time we're going to kind of be moving side to side. So we'll come back up on your forearms. Again, you could just simply lift up so you're on your knees. And then all you're going to do is you're going to move your hips to one side, back to the center, over to the other side and center. If you've got your knees lifted, it's the same thing. So you kind of swivel on your feet, back to the center, swivel on your feet, to the center. Again, just work where you can, where it feels right. Knees down or knees lifted. Good, very nice, well done. Excellent, and just two more. Well done. Okay, slowly release yourself all the way back down to the ground. When you get there, release your arms, so maybe bring them in front. Drop your head down towards your arms. Maybe separate your legs a little bit. Okay, from here, we're going to relax the legs a little. We're working the upper body first. So we're going to move your hands now, just kind of around about your shoulders when you bring your hands in. You can have them quite narrow or you can widen them, which will be a little bit easier. Elbows drawing in if you can, elbows down your back. Now take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, simply lift your upper body just a little bit off the ground. You have to lift high. Breathing in, release back down. So breathing out, lifting up, and breathing in, releasing down. So we'll do that a few more times. Try and push your pubic bone down. Try and get a sense of lifting your belly button up. And try and relax your legs. So a lot of the time we tense through the legs to get that lift. Do that once more. And then release yourself back down. So you can bring your hands down now, just underneath your head. And we're going to do a very similar move. You can do the same thing. If you felt that was okay for you and you felt comfortable working there, just bring your hands back in and do that same move. Otherwise, you can either keep your arms on the ground and just lift your upper body up and lower it. If you can, we're going to take the hands to the forehead and we're going to lift and lower. So you might not get far, don't worry, but breathing out, lift, breathing in, lower. So again, you could do the first one again if you want to. Hands on the ground, just lifting the upper body, or hands underneath the forehead, and we lift the arms up as we lift the forehead. And it's quite a small move. Do that a couple more. Last one. And again, just take a moment just to release down there. Okay, for the next one, we're going to come to an L-shaped position with the arms. So the arms are wider off your mats. And again, you can work with them with the arms on the ground. So you're just lifting up and lowering. Today, we're going to lift the arms up. Again, you don't have to do that. So as you breathe out, we'll lift the arms up. And then if you can, stretch them forwards. pull them back, and then release back down. So breathing out, lift up and stretch forwards. Breathing in, pull them back and release back down. If that is too much, just do the lift and lower with either the arms on the ground or the arms lifted. But we're trying to stretch forwards a little bit through the arms. Good, well done. Excellent. Okay, do one more of these. We are going to come back to this move, but if you do one more. Okay, release down. So we're going to do the legs now. So we're going to do legs to match that last arm line that we did. So if you start with your legs about hip distance apart, we're going to take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift both legs up off the ground. Breathing in, release them back down. So breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. And we're going to add on to here. So we're going to breathe out and lift. We're going to squeeze the legs together. And then we're going to take them apart and release them back down. So you're going to lift both legs up, squeeze them together, take them apart and lower them down. So you can stay with that. If you want to, you're going to add the arms. So the arms are in this L-shaped position. So we lift the legs and the arms. We reach the arms forward as we squeeze the legs together and then pull the arms back and release everything down. So breathing out, lift and squeeze. Breathing in, pull it back and lower down. So breathing out, lift, reach, pull it back and lower. So again, if it doesn't feel right to do both of them, then just concentrate on one of them. But just work where you can, where it feels best to you. Okay, we'll just do this twice more. And last one. And then you can just release everything back down. Maybe take your hands under your head again if you want to just support that. Okay, from here, we're going to take the arms now down by your side. So we're going to stretch the arms behind us. And we can lift the arms off the ground here if you want to. You can just have them behind you and on the ground. But otherwise, you're going to breathe out. You're going to lift the arms, stretch them, and lift the legs up as well. And then breathing in, release back down. So breathing out, stretch the arms, lift both legs up. And you can always do one single leg here if you feel that's better for you. If you want a little bit more, you're going to breathe out, lift the upper body, lift the legs, hold there, and then just move the legs up and down. Just a little swimming action, maybe 6 or 8 counts, and then relax everything back down. So breathing out, stretch the arms, lift the legs, move the legs up and down if you'd like, and then slowly release back down. Again, we'll just do that a couple more times just to get work it in your own way though. So keep the legs slower, that's better for you. Don't use the arms. Good, well done. And just last time here. Well done. We'll just release everything back down. We'll bring the hands back underneath your head now. We're going to turn your head just to the right side. And then if you bend your right knee, slide your right knee up alongside your body. So it stays on the ground. Bend it so it comes around the side of your body. So we're just kind of releasing a little bit in the low back. So Maureen, if you bend your leg out to the side a little bit, put it down. So more like that, okay, rather than in. That's it, perfect. Okay, and we'll change sides, so we'll just bring it back to the centre, bring your leg in, turn your head to the other side and just bend the knee in. So just through the other side now. Well done. Slowly release that. From there, we'll take your hands under your shoulders, press yourself up to all fours, and then we'll just take the knees wide here, feet together, and press yourself back to a wide leg child's pose. So you can walk the hands out a little bit. And then we'll just take your right arm, just slide it underneath the left arm. If you can, turn your head to the left and release your side of your head down. And then either just walk your left hand away or maybe reach it up and drop it behind the back. And if you drop it behind your back, you can grab hold. So this left hand can bend behind your back and you can grab hold of your hip or your thigh on that other side. Well done. We'll start to come back up. So release your left hand, bring it to your face, and just start to push yourself back up. So we'll stretch the arms out in front again, just to set ourselves up. And then take your left arm underneath your right arm. So again, if you can, turn your head, lay the side of your head on the ground, reach up with your right hand, and then bend it behind your back. So again, grab what you can, just to stretch that right hip a little bit, right shoulder. Okay, we'll release that arm back up. Bring your right hand in front of your face and start to press yourself back up again. So we'll move to all fours. We'll just do a little stretch for your spine here. So as you inhale, just dropping the belly down, pull your chest forwards this time. And then as you exhale, just rounding in. So we'll do that again. So just drop the belly, lift your chest, and then rounding through your back. And do that a couple of times just to stretch through the muscles of your back. Well done. And then we'll move back to the centre, so more into the middle. And we'll walk your hands back towards your knees. We'll just take a little seat towards the front. We're just going to finish with a little twist. So if you bring both legs out in front of you to start with, flex your right foot and bend your left leg in. And we'll take your left foot up and over that right leg. So we'll come in with the hands on the right arm or the arm if you feel that's better. Lift your left hand up and just take it behind you. So you're twisting round towards that left hand. Try and lengthen your spine a little bit so you're not collapsing into it. Well done. We'll change sides, so just release that for a moment. Maybe give your legs a little shake. And then we'll flex through that left foot and we'll bend the right leg in. So again, take your right leg up and over the left. Use your left hand or arm to draw yourself round, and your right hand goes behind you. Again, lengthen your spine, a little rotation through your belly. Well done. When you're ready, slowly release back towards the centre. Release your legs again, maybe give them a little shake. And either keep your legs like this or bend both legs into a cross-leg position, so whatever suits you. And relax here. We'll take your right hand to the ground and just reach over, so just a little side stretch again. Press your sit bones down. And then change sides, so just take it the other way. And then move back towards the centre, so relax the shoulders a lot now, and lower your chin towards your chest again. When you're ready, lift your chin back up, and we'll just take the ear just down towards one shoulder. And then just change it the other way. And then back towards the centre again. And just roll your shoulders, just nice and easy, to the back and then to the front when you're ready. Well done. Okay, that is you ladies. Thank you very much indeed. Any questions at all, please ask. Otherwise, have a great day. You can unmute yourself if you want. Thank you, Sue. Well done. Well done.
Thank you, Gillian.
Hard work.
Thank you.
Well.
Brilliant. Thank you, Gillian.
Right, see you later, Rose.
Will do, darling.
Right. Bye, Maureen.
Have a good day.
Right, you need to unmute yourself, Maureen.
Mute. Thank you very much. You've set us up for the week, Gillian.
Okay, you can go and do your cleaning now.
I can, yes. I can get. Well, I'm going out now.
Quite right, quite right. I'll still be there when you come back.
I end up with some styles after your session. And I just that I'm due you December this week. I paid 48 last month, but that was for due some from the month before.
Okay.
And then for November. So just to keep myself right, because I do forget. If you
there's only 3 weeks that we're doing. So you're doing 2 classes a week. So it's only £16 there for the.
All right. Oh yes, and I'll do the Christmas one if I can.
Yes. Sparkle and
yeah.
a glass of wine. Mulled wine. Or a mince pie.
Bye, love.
See you later. Bye.
Have a nice week.
Thank you. Same to you.